Hello! As a lot of you know, especially from the US, the Switch 1 console and various controllers and accessories have had a price increase to accommodate for the, as Arlo puts it, the tariff thing. I'm not going to further discuss the political chaos that is the United States of America. Instead, I'm reporting on an event that really went under the radar that, as far as I'm aware, was not given a dedicated announcement from Nintendo. This is unlike the Switch 1 increase that supposedly only happened in the States. If you are in Canada, you may have popped in the eShop recently to see that the first-party games that were normally $79.99 Canadian are now increased to $84.99 Canadian. I've been told by my American friends that this increase is not reflected in the US, as those prices are still $59.99 US. From further research, I have found the Switch 1 now has an increase from $399.99 Canadian to $419.99 Canadian. So it would seem like Nintendo is upcharging other countries like Canada to recoup the costs that are suffering from the forces that be. I already thought it was a little bit weird that Mario Kart World was $109.99 when the expected price I would have assumed would be $99.99 if we go by the pattern of $60 US games are 80 Canadian, while 70 US games were 90 Canadian. But ended up that now prices for upper-end Switch titles are $100 for $70 games when the Switch 2 launched. Because I remember Tears of the Kingdom being $90 before. With the price increase now, main $60 games are now $85. Some of the upper-end games are $100 since Switch 2 launched, and Mario Kart World was, well, always $110. All of this discussion is not accounting for the 14.5 increase from taxes, which just makes things all the more expensive. I think it's a bit irrelevant for me to explain how I feel overall, especially considering I have to lampshade the fact that I bought Donkey Kong Bonanza and am currently doing a playthrough of it on this very channel. If you want at least a vague hint, it's probably the response you are absolutely expecting. Instead, I'm just putting a spotlight on this side of the world that Nintendo has increased prices in Canada and didn't make any huge announcement about it. All I would say currently, and half-jokingly, is you're welcome, America. We're paying the increased game price for you. I wouldn't be surprised if prices on regular games do happen in the US eventually if it already happened here. Anyway, this is Daizo Discuss. It's never goodbye. It is always a see you later. Take care, everybody.